Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 114, Glass Gets About. In this week's episode, we have a big one. JfG Ash has been mobile. JfG Alex has been in bed. There's some pre-E3 guessing. And finally, we have some NHL tips from a pro.
Thanks, Mel. Hello and welcome to the JfG podcast. This is episode 114. My name is Alex and I'm joined as ever by my very good friend Ash. Hey buddy, how you doing?
Hey buddy, as always, I'm good on a motherfucking Wednesday. Alright.
Oh yes, back to the way it should be.
Give me the hope to go on, buddy.
They do.
They really do.
Yeah. So fresh from last week's show, which was quite odd.
I listened back to it today and it's like, wow, what was that?
Yeah,
I mean, sure, I enjoyed the Scottish guy. He
liked
really
him.
Brought it home for me. Yeah,
he did. I mean, yeah, that was kind of unavoidable, if I'm honest.
It was beautiful, great touch. I think we should just type out. I mean, we've got the pod notes. Maybe we could just send that through a text to voice thing and be done with it.
Just upload that as a podcast every week.
Yeah.
Well, he's got quite a lyrical tone that for a robot.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
really.
So there you go. So we'll talk about my trials and tribulations shortly, but let's get the ball rolling with you, buddy, because you've just returned from your Holishlay. So tell us all about it.
Yeah, buddy, Holishlay was great. Went to Portugal for a week, which was lovely. Got back yesterday. It was raining and windy. Proper shit. I mean, just what you want when you get back to, the country that you live in for your life, which is the best.
Yep.
Other things that are the best, daytime drinking. Big fan of it. Did a lot of it whilst on holiday. Daytime and nighttime drinking. Standard. Continuing the drinking now to get me through this life, I guess.
This island life.
Yeah. What a film.
Looks with angst and emotion out of open window.
Single tear.
Person opposite closes their blinds. Carry on, buddy. Go on.
Went to the beach a lot. Sat by the pool. Went in the pool. Ate some lovely food, fresh fish and biznitch, because, at the seaside, that's what you do. Not like Skeggy, where you get like fish and chips or something. Like, proper nice fish. Can't remember. I had red mullet, I'm going to say. It was tasty.
Beautiful fish.
I like mullets, especially if it's a ginger one.
Indeed, apparently so.
Went to the Slide and Splash, buddy, which is one of Portugal's finest water parks. And it was really good. My son's, it was his 7th birthday on the day we flew out. So he got a shout out from like the pilot and stuff, which was pretty cool.
That is nice.
Yeah, he liked it.
Touch.
And by this point, he's grown to a substantial size and can get on pretty much all the rides. The only ones he couldn't get on were the ring ones because he could fall through the middle of the ring. I mean, understandable. Yep. Bit of death there.
You don't want that.
So we hit up pretty much all like the speedy, like twisty turny water slides. It was fucking mint. It was loads of fun.
I haven't been to a proper good water park for ages. I regret not going to the Alton Towers one now because I'm hearing you talk about this and I'm just like...
The Alton Towers one is okay.
But this is like next level shit.
There's like... I'm trying to think what kind of slides there are. There's one called the Big Wave, right? And this is a 4-man like rubber ring. You sit in it, you're all facing each other. You go in the big chute, it goes around in a circle, goes down, and then it just flies you up a vertical wall, and you see how high you get. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
There was one called the Black Hole. Guess what that did?
I can't.
You can't imagine.
I'd imagine it was like a sheer drop into darkness or something like that.
Yeah, it was just pitch black. That's it. That was it. You couldn't see nothing in there.
Fucking love those flumes, buddy. I do love those flumes.
They're good. They are good.
I don't like getting water up my nose, though.
Well, hold your nose. Simple, effective way of, avoiding that situation.
I'll try that next time.
One thing happened, though, at the water park, which I didn't like one bit. Last slide of the day, it was like those slides which are like 5 people wide, and they got like 3 or 4 humps in. The ones like they're just like, yeah. They're not like flumes or anything. It's just like a big mat. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think I get you.
And you race down, and I was like, right, I'm gonna fucking nail this. So like, pushed myself off, like real jumped up, got some speed, laid on my back, like full on, knees tucked up. I was going so fast, I fucking took off on the last jump, and I landed on my lower back, and fuck me, did that hurt. And I was like,
dear.
I got out of the pool, and I'm like, I'm too old to be doing silly things now, buddy. I was like, oh god. And then like for like the next 2 days I couldn't walk properly, and I was just like, that's it, I'm old.
I used to be a water park thrill seeker like you until I took a slide to the lower back.
Exactly, buddy. Oh mate, it's just, it made me so sad. I was like, those days of just
not so pliable as you used to
I'm
be,
not.
buddy.
I'm really not. No. It was painful. It's not good. And I've also got a problem with my ear now today. Like, I've had it for like the past 3 days. I feel like I've got some water trapped in there or something. I'm just like, oh man, I didn't have any of this when I was younger. I was just like,
hairdryer. Yeah.
Fucking, it's bullshit, mate. I don't like it.
Mate. Just get someone to shout in there for like an hour.
Well, luckily we're here for a couple of hours, buddy, so fill your boots.
I've got this.
Yeah, I can feel it working. Yeah, it feels real good.
It's it's some of your natural medicine there. Really.
Yeah, it definitely is. Apart from getting old people also watch like really shit action films. I'm going to go with that as a tie-in. So yeah, I watched loads of shitty action films like XXX Returns or Xander's Return. I don't know what it was called.
I also watched that this week.
Brilliant, mate. Well played. You did it as well. It was fine.
I couldn't work out what was going on. Like, was it a joke? This is the thing. Because what's her face? She's like a legitimate actress, the ginger woman.
Yeah.
Was she in on the joke? Like, were they all in on the joke? Was it a joke? Was it? I don't really understand.
Samuel L. Jackson was pretty good with Neymar Jr.
Yeah, Neymar was in it.
Yeah,
he wasn't even bad either. Like, he was probably better than most of the main stars.
He was fine. See, the problem I'm having now is that I've seen so many action films in such a short time. I don't know which film did what.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, after watching XXX, I had to watch another Vin Diesel film, which was Fast and Furious 8. And that had Jason Statham in it. So then after that, I had to watch The Mechanic Resurrection. So you can see how all of these films are kind of mixed into one because they're all the same people in the same
films. Thank God they
films.
made another Mechanic film, by the way. Because
seriously, great.
That's really what we needed more than anything.
Definitely.
I think. More than world peace.
I think it makes it even worse that I've seen that film twice now.
Wow. That is special.
Not by choice. Mainly, obviously, first time on a lunch break at work because we had no other films to watch. That was the last one left of the month. and on holiday because my wife hadn't seen it, and my parents-in-law. Is that the word?
Sure.
Those people. I feel like there's a.
I think it is. No, I can't think of anything better.
Parents-in-law.
Yeah.
That sounds dumb.
I've got no problem with it.
Well, good. I mean, I've said it.
Parent-in-laws? Just the in-laws?
Yeah,
people say the in-laws, presumably because of this trouble, this difficulty.
That's it, you know.
Yeah. Not all are as bold and outrageous as you to be like, no, fuck this. This is how it's done.
Just, off the cuff, mate, me. Yeah. You know how it is, just straight up retard. So the in-laws were like, in-laws sounds much better. The in-laws were like, watch this film, it's really good. I was like, it's cool, I'll watch it, I don't care. It's mindless. It's fine. So we watched that as well, which was great.
Yeah.
I liked it when the swimming pool he drills into the swimming pool and the guy falls through the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. I mean, that's why I have a fear of glass height walking on glass when it's up high in the sky.
Well, if Annie Lennox taught us anything, buddy.
Oh, yes.
What's that?
What? What's that?
Well, she of course famously sang about walking on broken glass, buddy. And I know that this glass wasn't necessarily broken originally, but soon learned his lesson, didn't he? So that's all I'm saying.
I always think of that song where the broken glass is just like bits of glass on the floor. I mean, I've never imagined that glass being up in the sky.
Yeah. Well, glass gets about, so that's the thing.
It's a known fact. Yeah. Glass does get about.
Podcast episode 114. Glass gets about.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, it's a potential. It's a contender. Let's put it that way.
So finally, on the Holishlay, I watched the series of films playing Dusk City. I think that's what it's called, which is like role playing. Yay!
Yeah.
I want to be a massive nerd and do role playing, buddy. Still, I've been doing more research into it, and I can't remember what it's called. But there's like an online thing. I think it's like Roll 8 or something. I can't remember. I would search it, but I can't be asked. Where I can join other nerds and they can help me. Or is it Roll 20? I'm gonna go for Roll 20. I am googling right now. Yeah, Roll 20. There you go.
Is that
virtual tabletop or pen and paper RPGs and board something. That it stopped there on Google.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
No, it doesn't at all.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
So that's the Holishlay wrapped up in a nice little bow. It was great, and now I'm back. Yay.
Yeah, sorry about that, buddy. It's not the best. I tried to turn everything around while you were away and make this country great again, but
but
started raining. I got a bit sick.
Yeah,
just didn't have time.
Well, fair dues, buddy. Other bad news, obviously, when I got back, was the fact that my computer is still dead. It didn't magically fix itself for the week I left it alone.
What the hell?
I know. I thought it was just going to sort itself out. So I went on Amazon, ordered a new power supply, and then did some digging and found my receipt for my computer and found out that it's just over 4 years old. And I was like, wow, I thought it was older than that, but it's not. So I checked the Corsair website, which is the make of the PSU I have at the moment, and it's got a 5-year warranty on it. So I was like, oh, shit, okay. Man. So I got all the parts, like the part numbers and stuff. Took a photo of the receipt of when it was purchased and things, and they emailed me back within like 8 hours. So the earlier hours this morning, they emailed me and said like, yeah, here's your like return number. I was like, cool, fucking send it off today. Unfortunately, Amazon have delivered my other PSU, but I had a lovely conversation with their customer service in the fact that they wanted to charge me £4 to send it back. I'm like, fuck off. Give me a prepaid envelope or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, here you go. I'm like, thanks. So yeah, I'm going to get instead of having like a shitty like 30 quid power supply in there, I'm gonna have my like a brand new like I think it's like about 90 quid. The TX750. It's probably cheaper now, actually. Yeah. So I'm looking
that's such a result, though. I can't believe that was still in warranty after all this time.
Exactly. I was just like, nah. And then I was like, hey, wait, maybe it's like, a lot of these like the really good power supplies have like massive, warranties on them. Some like I don't think it would have like lifetime warranties and stuff, but yeah. And yeah, it was 5 years, and yeah, it's fucking sweet.
This is quite a common thing to go. Like I've had at least 3 PSUs go in my lifetime, and I've probably only made 5 PCs. You know,
yeah, exactly. You
know, you chuck a new graphics card in there, and everything gets a bit demanding, and you know,
indeed,
these things can happen. So, but yeah, you paid the money at the time, and now you're reaping the benefits all these years later.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when I was fucking hell, unplugging it was a nightmare. I was like, Jesus Christ, how many cables has this thing fucking got? Because normally there's only like a couple of graphics card ones, some of like the Molex ones and like some SATA ones. Then you got your motherboard, like your 2 for your motherboard. So that's like 4, 8, I don't know, like 10 cables. I was like, fucking, there's like 20 cables here. It just kept going. It's ridiculous. So I was like, it's a proper like quality power supply though. Really nice.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to getting that one fixed or a new one, hopefully.
Yeah. Nice.
So yeah, there you go, buddy. A bit quicker than last week's ramblings on.
I enjoyed them.
Yeah, last week was just weird, man. It was crazy.
It's a very strange show in many, many ways.
Yeah, it's up on YouTube now as well, which is nice.
Oh, sweet. Lovely stuff.
I'm sure at least one person will listen to that.
I'll pop it on SoundCloud in like December.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Perfect.
So yeah, buddy, that's me done for this week. What about you, apart from being like ill and trying to change the country where we live?
Yeah, well, it's voting day tomorrow, of course, buddy, for the old election for the government. No, I'm not going to pretend like that's interesting. So this week, basically, I've done nothing because I've been stuck in bed.
Oh.
Because I've been very ill.
Curiously masturbating, I hope.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
I was ill enough to not turn on the PlayStation at all for the entire time that I was ill. That includes, so I got ill on like Thursday evening and struggled into work on Friday feeling fucking shit.
Nice.
And I got back feeling really bad on Friday night and still stopped off and got my game night booze under some sort of fucking illusion that I was going to be able to hold it together.
Nice.
Got in and was like, oh dear. And I went to bed at like, I don't know, 6:30, something like that on Friday night. And I got out of bed proper yesterday. So yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I was very, very ill. I don't know what it was exactly, but I suspect I got it in London, my friend.
Smoggy London town.
Yeah. Which brings me to literally the only thing that I have to talk about this week, but also something that it pains me to do so, because you didn't get the chance to come, and I felt really shit about that, which is ridiculous because you were on holiday in Portugal having a really nice time.
I felt bad that I wasn't there, to be honest. It was one thing that I would have loved to have seen.
It was something special. I'm not going to pretend like it was fucking toilet or anything. Obviously, it wasn't. So anyway, Ash flies out to Portugal on Tuesday, and that evening, PJ finds out that he can get tickets with his little cheeky lawyer boy ways to see Kiss in London. And yeah, we can't turn that down, but also, Ash's favourite band is Kiss, and he can't come. So yeah, we had a fucking great time, but I feel like I don't know if I want to talk about it, to be honest.
That's all right. Like, luckily, well, not luckily, but my manager at work went as well, so he's spoken to me about it all today. So I know what happened.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, it was just fucking crazy because obviously I never thought I'd see Kiss. I have to say, Kiss are really past it and probably shouldn't still be playing shows.
Yeah.
And certainly, like, there was fatigue there, I would say. But they were still Kiss. There was still pyro and stages, like, fucking raising up into the air and, you know, people, you know, just all sorts of fucking ridiculousness. So, yeah, no, like, that was it, basically. They played a great set, and they seem to be pretty money-grabby by the looks, buddy, so I'm sure they'll tour again. You'll have to come next time. But yeah, like Paul Stanley's voice is fucking shot.
Yeah, that was the last show of the tour as well.
Yeah.
So not giving him an excuse. But
No,
I'm sure that didn't help.
like he could still like rock it, but his range is really gone. Really surprisingly though, Gene Simmons, like his voice is still like completely there, and yeah, he's so weird, and the whole like fake blood and all that sort of stuff, like
love it.
Just a very strange show.
Yeah,
very odd indeed. But yeah, no, it was a great night. We toasted you halfway through the show because we all felt pretty shitty that you weren't there. But,
cheers, buddy.
But yeah, it was cool, but I paid the price, buddy. Now, look back in 10 years' time, will I remember the fact that I was, like, bedridden for 4 days after seeing Kiss? Probably not. But it has made this week just specifically shite, if I'm honest. And yeah, feeling a lot better now, but was annoyed that I couldn't really do anything with the podcast. So I had to have my little Scottish gentleman get involved instead.
Nice. I like him. Big fan. Has he got a name?
No, I don't think so. I think it was just like Soft Glaswegian or something like that.
Maybe his first name is Soft, second name Glaswegian.
Man, that'll be it. Old Soft Glaswegian. The name's Glaswegian. Soft Glaswegian.
Soft Glaswegian, yeah. Like it.
So yeah, that's me, buddy. Nothing else to report. Yeah, trying to get back in, like, it's really weird when you don't go outside for, like, 5 days, I find, and you walk outside for the first time and you just feel really, like, uncomfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like,
it's also weird driving on the other side of the road for a week and then coming back.
I'm sure.
And being like, cool.
I'm sure it is, buddy. Yeah.
It's ace.
Weirdness. So yeah, trying to get back to it, buddy. Got the old voting to do tomorrow, and then down to the old jazz on the pantiles again.
Oh, lovely.
It's the old big band this week, buddy. Some sort of Glenn Miller, Frank Sinatra band. Fucking sweet as
sounds
punch.
good.
Yeah.
Sounds lovely.
Weather permitting. So there we go. And missed game night, so this one's going to have to be a bit of a stonker, I think.
Yeah, we're going to do it proud.
Fucking sweet. So yeah, that's me, buddy. I think that's you as well, so we should probably head into what we've been playing, because fuck me, there's a lot to talk about in basically every remaining section of the show.
Yes, let's do that.
So let's get on it. Right, obviously because I've been sick, buddy, I haven't played a great deal. As I said, like, I missed game night, and then despite the fact that I was home Saturday, Sunday, and off work Monday, Tuesday, I didn't play any games. I felt like that shite. I just watched things like Xander Cage. So, you on the other hand, you've been like fucking all about it. So get stuck in.
Yeah. So there's not a lot to talk about each game. I'll just mention what I've been doing. So first of all, tablet/phone watch.
Tablet/phone watch.
Obviously, I haven't got a tablet at the moment. It's dead. So, phone watch is...
Phone watch!
Indeed. So, I bought a new game called Causality. It was on offer for 10p. It was Google Play's Game of the Week. And I was like, fuck it, it's 10p. Like, they are every week. And I normally buy most of them unless they look total wank. This is like a puzzle game. Really nice, simple... yet effective puzzle game, where you have little astronauts on squares and You swipe your thumb down for them to walk forward, and you can rewind time by swiping your finger up. You have different obstacles, so there might be switches that raise and lower the platform, and you have to get them from point A to B. Obviously, it starts off nice and easy, and then gets harder and harder, adds more astronauts in, and then it adds the ability to, adds new squares where, you can warp to different areas of the, so when you tread on that block, you will appear in a different one, so teleportation in a way. So then you've got to take that into the account. Really good game. Enjoyed it a lot. I played quite a lot of this game, to be honest, just because it was a really good puzzle game. Really good looking, great game. If you want a puzzle game on your phone, give it a go. It's fun.
Sounds nice. Sounds like one of those, whatchamacallit, what's it called? Monument Valley, where it's like the full package, you've got the presentation, it's a nice simple idea that they elaborate on. They kind of make the best mobile games, to be honest, and this sounds like one of those.
Yeah, they're definitely the type of mobile games that I get stuck into the most, like Hitman Go and stuff like that, because it's just something you can just pick up, do a level, and then put it down again. You haven't got to sink hours or anything into it. The other game that I have downloaded and only played a little bit of, but I played a couple of hours on PC, and that is Elder Scrolls Legend. It is now out on Android. That was going to be part of my news later, but I've already said it now, so I'm not going to say it later. There you go.
Well, fair enough, buddy. And you were on the closed beta of this, weren't you?
Yeah, I was on the beta.
So you're quite familiar with it already.
Yeah, I've totally forgotten how to play the game completely, but it's still loading up and looking into it. It's still got the story mode. Because I logged into Bethesda.net or whatever the login is for it. It had all my progress saved, so all the cards that I collected from the beta I had, which was very cool. I think I'm going to try and chuck a few more hours into this, see how it plays out on the phone. When I went to install it, it said that stupid thing of this thing is not compatible with your device. I'm like, fuck off. So then I found the APK online and just installed it anyway, and it runs fine. Thanks, Google Play Store. Is it Google Play Store or is it just Google Play? I think it's just Google Play.
Yeah, I mean, you can never be certain with those, but this is a free-to-play game anyway, isn't it? So
yeah. Exactly.
Actually, just butting in very briefly, I've had my shit Motorola phone for ages.
Oh yeah.
The missus is due an upgrade, and she's going to give me her. I think she's got an S4 or something. So,
nice, buddy.
Which should, in theory, mean I can play things like Hearthstone and perhaps this. Which should be nice and
crazy.
Get involved in some graphical fidelity there, buddy, on my mobile phone. So
it's the best.
Yeah,
I love it. Play some Hitman Go.
Absolutely. I haven't saved that particular delight yet, buddy. So
maybe I'll add you to my friends and family on Google Play so you can get every single game I own.
I am both a friend and a family, buddy. So
So yeah, another thing for tablet/phone watch, if people are on Android and have a library of games and has a friend that doesn't have a library of games, they do a thing called family sharing, which is kind of like what we do on the PS4 and what lots of people do on Xbox Ones as well. And it's where you can obviously share your library with your family and friends. The only obviously issue with this is they can charge stuff to your account, but I believe that they obviously have to know your password to do that.
Yeah.
So, they more than likely won't. And hopefully you wouldn't give access to your details to any old person. Who knows?
Yeah, you'd have to be some sort of mental man.
Yes, buddy. Definitely.
That's all you need.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for tablet/phone watch. Now into Vita Town. Was that what we called it? I don't know.
I think it was Vitaton.
Vitaton, the PS Vita. Fuck me. That grip is amazing. It's a game changer.
How much was it again? A tenner?
10 quid.
It's made all the difference.
It's made all the difference.
Really, that big a deal?
It really did, because like now I can just sit there and it just feels like I'm holding like a DualShock 4. Obviously not as comfy as it, but it was just like, right, cool. My hands support this device properly now. I haven't got to like cramp my fingers around the back and then try and use my thumbs. I can just hold it. I was just like, yes. Why didn't I do this sooner?
Fucking hell, well.
So obviously, now that I was comfy, the best thing to do is chuck like 5 hours into Lego Ninjago Shadow of Ronin.
Of course it is, buddy. Of course it is.
Yeah, obviously. So, like, yeah, the game that I played most on holiday would be Lego Ninjago, which is just fucking Ninjago, like the Lego fucking TV program, but as a game. And it's a standard Lego game. Nothing exciting about it. There's a bit of an open worldy bit where you can fly around as a dragon. Fucking, I lapped that shit up. I was like, nom 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 nom. Give me your Lego blocks all in my face. It was great.
You love the Lego games.
I do love Lego games. I'm a massive child. Nothing, I can't really say anything about this game because it's an absolute nothing game. That's what it is.
Everyone's got an image in their head right now of that game, and
that
is correct.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know what it is. Yeah. The other game, one of the games that I took with me was Severed. Do you remember the guys that made Guacamelee?
Yes.
I think it was Drinkbox, I believe. And I played this game for 5 minutes and turned it off.
Oh, no, because it's just fucking shit Fruit Ninja, is that right?
Yeah, it's just shit Fruit Ninja.
Why would they do that?
I just... mobile games.
Yeah. That sucks, though, because Guacamelee was quite incredible.
That was mint, that game. I played loads of that on the Vita. Oh, imagine if I had my grip back then.
Think of the possibilities.
So yeah, that's it for Vita, Tim Buddy. I was going to play Broken Sword 5, but I just didn't get around to it because of the bombardment of shit action films.
Yeah,
that will happen. So the final game, buddy, on another device, the 2DS / you could play it on a 3DS as well, Pokemon Sun and Moon. Oh my god. That game is amazing. I love it. It's so good. It's like the Pokemon game I always wanted as a kid. Well, not as a kid, as like a teenager when I was into Pokemon. It's like, look, it's a 3D Pokemon adventure. It's amazing. Like, it's just so good. All the shitty animations are really good. Like for like the different moves that the Pokemon do. The sound's a lot better. Like just the environment is good. Like there's witty and comical like text and speech in it, which is good. It's just like a game that I would have absolutely fucking loved when I was younger. Like another strange thing that is really helpful in this is on the map it has a marker of where you should go, whereas in the old ones you were just like, where do I go now? Just guessing. Whereas now it's like, yep, you just need to make your way down there and you're good. It's like,
Does it tempt you to maybe getting a 2DS for yourself?
What it's made me want to do is get a Switch when a fucking Pokemon game comes out on that.
Well, yeah.
Oh dear, which is worrying. Because I'm just going to talk about it now quickly. Because there was like the Pokemon Nintendo Direct earlier this week.
Yes.
And they announced Pokemon Sun and Moon Ultra. I think it was called Ultra, which is like an extenuation. There you go, that word.
An extension.
An extenuation of
Tramampoline.
Tramampoline, buddy. I know all the words. Of Sun and Moon, which is a complete knockoff. Like it adds like 6 more Pokemon or some bollocks. They announced Pokemon Tournament something on the Switch, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not the Pokemon game I want. The one that I want is apparently called Pokemon Star, and that hasn't been announced yet, but heavily rumoured. So when that day comes, buddy, I'm going to buy a Switch.
I'm tempted to buy a 2DS.
Yeah, man, totally.
They're so
60
cheap.
quid.
Yeah.
60 quid. Yeah, the games are fucking expensive, though, buddy.
Well, they're not. Like, they're 30 quid, aren't they?
That's well expensive.
Is it?
I think it is, for what it is.
I mean, they're not all 30 quid, are they? I mean, there's a back catalogue of the last, 8 years, isn't there?
Anything with Mario in, apart from, Mario Tennis, is 30 quid.
That's okay. There's lots of other games as well, though, isn't there?
You know what game you can get on the 2DS? Fucking Lego Ninjago, Shadow of Ronin.
Fair enough. The 2DS XL, that's out now, is it?
Yeah, that's 120, 130 quid. It's not out now, it's out in the very near future.
So the jumping in point on the 2DS is when that thing comes out and pushes the price down then, hopefully.
Possibly. I don't think
can they go
the
much
standard,
lower than $59.99?
Exactly. I don't think they're going to get much lower than that, buddy. I think, for what they are, I think the 2DS, that model is absolutely fucking amazing.
I mean, you're talking 60 quid, that's the price of, a AAA.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
For a console,
and normally
got,
with that,
you
get you can get Mario Kart 7 with it or something else. I picked up the Pokemon Special Edition for I think it was 75 quid, and that had Sun and Moon installed on it, and that game alone is 35 quid.
Okay.
So, and I was gonna have to buy the game anyway because he wanted it. So, technically I got the 2DS for 40 quid.
I'm gonna fucking get one of those. I'm gonna buy it tomorrow.
Fuck it. Do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy it on Prime tomorrow so I have it on Friday because that is the world we live in. Where a grown man buys his first Nintendo console on a complete whim with no concept of the game library for it or any idea when he'll play it, and it will be delivered to me in a day.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened with my power supply unit. Before doing any research into what I could do, I just went and bought one and then was like, oh shit, I don't want this.
Yep, I'm doing it.
Now I have to take it back.
I'll buy all the Kirby games. I don't give a fuck.
Mate, there's a free Kirby game you can download off the store.
Yes!
There you go.
Excellent news.
Yeah.
Sold. What's your problem?
Nothing, mate. If you go on the Tesco outlet on eBay, you can buy one for 60 quid. 65 quid with Mario Kart 7. I don't know what they are. Amazon were a bit dodgy. Not dodgy, but they didn't have many in, or it was hard to find them on. Oh no, there you go. 75 quid with Mario Kart 7. Super Mario Brothers 2, £75. There you go, mate.
Fucking, that will do, pig.
Is it on Prime?
Is it a strange jumping in point for your first Nintendo console? A 2DS?
No, don't think so. I think that's a great place to go.
I mean, the graphics don't matter, and you're basically going, I know. That's what you're doing.
Exactly. Yeah, so, totally.
Yeah, okay. Well, nice. Okay. Little treat. Ugh.
I can't sit. Go. Do it.
No, I'm feeling rigid. That's all I'm saying.
Enjoy it. I'd go for the either Mario Kart 7 or, I don't know, Mario Brothers 2. I personally, I think I'll go Mario Kart.
I think you're probably right. Well, I'll shop about for minutes, and then I'll spend my money.
And then go, you! I choose you. One. Yeah. And then you can get Pokemon Moon, and I've got Sun, and we can trade Pokemon.
Okay.
So that's about... God. Oh. So that's about me done, buddy. Apart from one game that we played together yesterday, which was glorious, but we'll talk about that in a bit. What have you been playing?
Okay, well, obviously, we recorded the podcast on Monday. I played games on Tuesday. Wednesday, I was seeing Kiss, and then I was ill. So I've only played games last Tuesday, buddy. But
how was it?
Well, no, I played very briefly. I played a couple of games last night, and then before we started recording, I played something.
Why so briefly, buddy?
Well, we had things to do. No, it's not because of that. I played that Chameleon thing, which is one of the PS Plus games. What's it called?
Is that the actual name of it?
No, of course not. God, no.
Okay.
PS Plus, 3 games.
Have we announced it? No, we didn't have that news last week, did we?
No, and I'm not going to now because they're out.
Killing Floor 2.
Yep.
The stupid life game.
Yep.
And no one cares about the others because they're shit. Well, I mean, they were also shit games. I don't know. I haven't played them.
Spy Chameleon.
Close enough.
There you go. I got
Chameleon
there.
thing.
A chameleon thing. So I'm playing this game called That Chameleon Thing. This is a mobile game. This is not a console game. And
great. I love when that happens.
That's why I fucking hate it. But having said that, it's quite a nice little concept for a game, if I'm honest. I played it for at least 15 minutes, which is 10 more than usual with this sort of thing.
Got you.
It's sort of top down, but it's got sort of a 3D thing going on. And you're a little chameleon, and you've got to collect the flies and get to the door. There's various obstacles in your way, but the main sort of selling point here is you can change colour because you're a chameleon. The colours are mapped to the face buttons on the pad.
I'm sorry, I've lost interest.
Well, yeah, no, yeah. So, you're trying to get through the room and there's security cameras and there's a rug.
So there's a security camera and you're a chameleon.
You're a chameleon. There's rugs on the floor. They're different colours and you have to change to the colour of the rug to evade the security cameras. So I've also been playing NHL 17. I've been playing a fair bit of that. I put like 3 hours into that on Tuesday. I created my pro and started my career. And I'm really, really enjoying that. Like, genuinely, it's fantastically rewarding because I'm kind of learning the intricacies of a sport as well as playing a video game, and I have to give credit to EA for it does a fantastic job of all the tutorials, the in-game tutorials where it sort of gives you hints and tips depending on which way you're holding different directions and stuff. It's very clever, and this is FIFA but hockey. It's got all of the same modes. That's what EA are trying to do here, is sort of standardise their sports games so that they've all got all the same modes and the same sort of ultimate team and become be a pro or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of features, especially if it's a game you don't buy on an annual basis, and especially if it's for a sport that you've never bought before. I'm having a fucking ball with this game. I'm really enjoying it. We got some tips coming up at the end from Mel, because we asked him for a little bit of help.
Indeed, we did.
But yeah, it's just a cracking game. And obviously, being such a noob, I don't know whether it's a good hockey game in the grand scheme of the last 10 years of hockey games. And I don't really give a fuck either. So it's feature-rich and fun to play, and I like it. I'm just looking forward to pumping more hours into it. It's really cool, man. And at the moment, I'm thinking, what should I play? I know NHL rather than PES when I don't know what else to do. So it's obviously
that's a sign that it's getting the hooks in there, buddy.
It genuinely is. Yeah, really good. Really enjoying it. Fucking what a steal! £9, absolute.
Yeah, man. Seriously.
So yeah, just fucking great. Really good. So there we go. And finally, I've played a very small amount of The Killing Floor 2. Which is one of the other PS Plus games, and
yep,
it's a horde mode game. Basically, it's zombie mode from Call of Duty in its own game, and it's just so boring. There's a couple of nice touches, some slow-mo stuff. I've tried out a few different weapons and they're vaguely interesting, but this is zombies mode from Call of Duty, which is a mode I never play on Call of Duty, even when I buy Call of Duty.
We never get into that, do we?
And yeah, if I wanted to play that mode, I would play it on Black Ops 3, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
It's just not very good. It's just a bit of a B-grade sort of release. And I don't think that we will. I think we might try it all together on game night for half an hour, and then we will never play it again.
Yeah, seems to be the way with PS Plus games.
It's been terrible for some time now. So
yeah,
there we go. So yeah, that's me, buddy. Because I missed almost a week of a whole week of playing video games, buddy. It's been rough, I've got to say. But of course, we did manage to squeeze in our co-op game night, which PJ arranged and then didn't make it on for. And that is the old Wild Pants, buddy, that we went back to this week.
Well, balls deep in Wild Pants again, buddy.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed our time in Wild Pants, buddy, but I have to say, it's a bad game. What your thoughts?
It is a bad game. We've pointed out so many times how this game fails to be a decent game. Lots of bad mechanics with vehicles being one of my pet peeves.
The physics are terrible, aren't they?
It's just shocking.
Graphically awful.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that by the end of it because I was laughing so much. I think the most annoying thing is this game does have potential to be a really good stealth like co-op game, but there's just so many things that pull you away from it being that really cool stealth game. Mainly a lot of like the dialogue and stuff like that just kills it for me. I know that you have everything turned off, which is probably what I should do.
I highly recommend it.
I've always been a fan of like hearing like the people talking in games, like we spoke about like Dishonored 2, how that like annoyed the fuck out of you, and I was like, meh, I wasn't too fussed of it, kind of thing. I always kind of like that. I like having like the commentary on like during football games and things like that, just because I don't know, I'm weird.
No, I don't think it's weird at all. I think it's more the norm than anything. It adds flavour, and I understand that. With Wild Pants, it just got to me. I couldn't take it anymore. That every line is terrible,
really
all the
bad.
acting's terrible, and I found that. You know, it's such a simple game. It tells you on the screen after they've shut the fuck up exactly what you need to do. So if you turn off the subtitles and turn off all the voices, then the only time you even know that anyone's speaking is if you see mouths moving or that what's-her-face comes up, like her sort of photo comes up on the screen when she's speaking or whatever. But no, I understand why you'd have it on, but it is dire on this game.
Yes, it really is, and yeah, that's what we're saying on that point. We seem to be having a lot of fun with it. We're taking it as I guess we are attempting each mission like stealthily, and then if it goes wrong, we're like, right, fuck it, let's just blow the shit out of everyone, kind of thing. I mean, that's the thing, the way you have to do it.
Yeah, and we're just enjoying it because we know that it's taking itself really seriously, but it's stupid. And we're just having fun with it for that reason. It's just a little disappointing, as you say, like, the most disappointing thing for me is that the stealth mechanics aren't good enough. Like, you can't creep in very easily. You get spotted when you possibly shouldn't. The fact that you haven't got snap to cover means you never really know if you're hidden or not.
If you are or
and
not.
That's incredibly annoying because they've done it so well in the past. This is the company that brought us the greatest cover mechanics in video games. They fucked it. But
yeah, which is weird. The only thing I can think, like, like it's got that persona about it. Kind of like how watching action films, like certain people love these type of films and they sell really well, and clearly they're selling to that market of people, you know, like the new Need for Speed trailer came out this week and it just looks like Fast and the Furious, and I'm like, right, so I know who your target audience is this time.
Yeah, exactly. And that is a massive audience, as you say. Like, I think I read somewhere today that The Rock is like the highest paid actor in the world. And I just think that's incredible. Like, but that's where we're going. Like, it's like dumb.
People love
dumb action shit.
Explosions. Yeah. FIFA. Fast cars, buddy.
Yeah. It would appear so, but yeah, this is I must say though, this game it's certainly got something that a lot of their like recent output doesn't. That I never had this much fun in The Division, and I certainly couldn't see myself still playing it like weeks and weeks after it came out.
No, The Division was too heavy on like the RPG elements, I would say. Whereas this is like, I have no fucking clue about the RPG elements in this game because it's so fucking bad.
Point system's terrible, all the upgrade trees and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's a mess.
Shocking.
It's a real mess, but if you've got good friends to play it with...
but one thing they did have fixed, buddy, that makes this the best game now. And that is when someone picks up like a crate of food, everyone gets it. Not everyone's got to go and pick up that crate of food. Fucking, that was one of the most annoying things that I thought of this game. Like, so there's like 4 different resources you have to collect to add to your skill tree to also spend your skill points on. Obviously. It just makes sense to have more stuff to fucking collect to be able to level up. And when the game came out, everyone had to go over to the same crate and, open it and close it. Then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. Whereas now, buddy, thank fuck, only one person has to do that.
Yeah, they finally learnt their lesson from Laptop Gate from The Division. It's taken a while, but they got there.
It has taken a while, yeah. They've done it.
This is a really fun game. It's a stupid game that is a massive letdown, but it is a really fun game. And if you've got the right people to play it with, then you will have a good time. And it's all about making your own game out of it, really. Like,
yeah, totally. Doing what you want to do, how you want to do
and
it. And
ignoring everything else. Just having a giggle. So, yeah. No, it's... I really enjoyed it, and I could see us going back to it again. Like, maybe on game night even? I don't know. It's tempting, but...
I'm quite tempted to do that. I had quite a lot of fun with it, so yeah, maybe.
If
we'll
not,
chuck
then
it on at the beginning.
There's always co-op night next week.
There is, buddy. Woo! There is indeed. Woo woo. So, we've got still so much to get through, so we need to... I'm guessing the news is going to be quick fire.
Yeah,
news bulletins.
It's very more sort of more favourite things than my normal news. In that, I've got a lot of buzz and not a lot of research done on my part because I was sifting through 2 weeks of news. So yeah, I've tried to keep it simple. Let's head there now, shall we, buddy?
Let's do it.
And now it's time for the news.
The news. Fucking news.
It's alright.
Number one.
Number one. Far Cry 5 has a character creator, so you can customize your dude or dudette for your adventure. Okay. That's
cool.
Unexpected.
I'll do
for
that.
A Far Cry game.
I guess because it's co-op, like, you can't have the same person.
Yeah, they seem to be just building it around sort of more freeform stuff than usual. I've got a little cheeky
Far
bit.
Cry 6 is going to be 4-player co-op with really annoying American guys.
Baby makes
that
3.
Say baby makes 3.
Yeah. This is from VG. In Far Cry 5, you'll play as an unnamed deputy sheriff sent to arrest Joseph Seed. Seed is the leader of the Project of Eden's Gate Cult. That's Gate Cult.
Gate Cult.
The group of misfits shown in the key art revealed earlier in the week. Joseph has 3 siblings he refers to as the Heralds. So...
Are they all called Herald?
They're all called Harold.
Oh.
Harold the Herald.
Nice.
The game also includes a map editor, a la Far Cry 2, and there will be a full campaign that can be played in solo mode or in 2-player co-op. They have now confirmed the whole game can be played in co-op, rather than Far Cry 4's sort of...
little missions.
Yeah, little mini shit and shit.
I don't remember what they're called.
So yeah, full co-op game, buddy.
Very tempted.
I think we probably will play that, if I'm honest.
I know. Do we pick it up? We'll wait for the reviews.
Oh God, yeah. No, I have no interest in picking it up day one or anything. But
okay.
But I'm intrigued by a co-op game that we can play in its entirety. That's quite exciting.
Yeah, man. Certainly. That sounds good to me.
Okay, number two. The Nintendo attractions coming to Universal Studios, Japan, Hollywood, and Florida. You'll remember we reported on this a little while ago that Nintendo had said they were going to have some rides. They'd partnered with Universal to have some rides and stuff. It will be part of a zone called Super Nintendo World, coming to those 3 different parks, and will include real-life Mario Kart. What do you think of that?
Can I chuck bananas on the floor?
I don't know, buddy. I don't know.
Do I have a massive bullet that I can let off and it will kill the person in first place?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Do I get 3 shells circling around me, which I can either shoot in front or behind me?
I don't know. Maybe it's modelled on Double Dash, so you can jump on there with a partner and maybe switch seats, but maybe don't stand up while the ride's...
If I fall off the edge, will I get pulled back on again by a cloud with a fishing rod?
I think if it's real-life Mario Kart, then that has to happen. They've clearly harnessed the power of clouds. They put specs on them. Yeah, no, it has to be, doesn't it, really?
Do I get a boost if I accelerate just before the green light?
Well, everyone knows that.
Okay.
So yeah, Super Nintendo World.
If I drift twice by jumping, do I get a speed boost as well?
Again, I mean, it's law, isn't it? So, absolutely.
If I go off a jump, do I have some sort of glidey thing? I can't remember what they're called because my mind's just blocked.
I don't know because this says Super Nintendo World is the basis.
Oh, okay.
So could it perhaps be that they're modelling all of these rides on the SNES games?
Possibly.
I mean, my question that you didn't ask was, will there be rubber banding? But obviously there will because it's Mario Kart.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So it didn't need asking. Yeah. That's why.
If it's lightning, if there's a sudden bolt of lightning, is everyone going to get really small apart from me?
Depends if you picked up that power up or not, buddy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all the questions I've got.
Do you think real Mario will be there?
Is there a 50cc, 100cc, and 150cc choices? Or is it 125? I can't remember.
Oh, he doesn't even know. That's going to be a negatory from me, buddy. I'd imagine they won't open a theme park where they set up 3 almost identical kart tracks in a row.
With different speeds.
Yeah. I reckon... Is this going to be something you can actually drive, or is this going to be like a sort of VR experience? I'm not sure. I don't know. But
well, there's that thing in I don't know, China or Japan, I can't remember, where like it's like you go there and you just can get like go-karts, and they're all kitted out like Mario Karts, and you get like outfits and you can just drive around as a crew of like Mario Kart things. It's weird. I'll try and find it and show you.
Maybe it'll be something like that.
Yeah.
I believe I've seen that video, and I hope it's not like that.
Are you sure? Yeah, it's in Japan. Just real life Japan.
Yep.
Go-karting Mario. Yeah. It's weird.
Pretty odd.
There you go. Yeah, mate.
I don't know what other rides they'll have there. I mean...
That's the thing.
Do you think they'll have like a laser tag, but it's like Splatoon?
Maybe.
That could be cool.
They might have... Yeah, so you have to paint the floor, like shoot the floor. That'd be cool.
You could do it with like lasers and, screens.
I reckon there's going to be, Super Smash Brothers, where you have to kill each other.
You just have to fucking fight children.
Yeah, you have to fight.
Death.
Yeah, in a thing in the sky. Yeah.
Well, probably.
And you can double jump.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Interestingly,
I don't know what they would have there.
It's Nintendo World rather than like Mario, so they've left themselves open to Star Fox and other IP.
Other
Pikmin
than
game.
Pikmin, yeah, that's about it. Maybe Pokemon, they could sneak some of them in, but that'd be pointless.
Yeah. Someone's missing a trick not opening a Pokemon theme park, to be honest.
There might be one. There's that World of Warcraft one.
Yeah.
That's not officially licensed. I don't know if that's still a thing. There's like a Studio Ghibli one that's been opened as well, I think. Which, like, that would be fucking weird. I don't know what would be there. Be
mind-boggling.
No, mind-fucking.
Keep opening theme parks even though no one goes outside anymore.
Oh, it's weird, mate. I don't like it.
Anyway, there's that. That's that news. That's number 2. Number three.
You never say number 3, say next.
Different this week. Sega has announced a publishing deal with 2 Point Studios. 2 Point Studios were born out of the collapse of Lionhead. So several of the project leads and other members of staff formed 2 Point Studios. They are working on a, and I quote, beautiful, charming and challenging sim game. And Sega will publish it. So these are the guys...
Fable 4.
There's nothing Fable about it. But these guys were heavily involved in making things like Theme Park and Theme Hospital, even like way back to the Bullfrog days and into Lionhead, Black and White as well.
Yeah. Nice.
If they're working on a sim game, then I'm interested. Let's put it that way. So
yeah, man, that'd be cool.
That's great. And I have to say, sort of subtle signs that Sega is kind of... I have to say, keeps making possibly good decisions. Whisper it, but yeah. Ever since they snapped up old Championship Manager, they may be on the right track. But anyway, there we go. Sticking with Sega and continuing with the theme that I just mentioned, Sonic Mania is out on the 15th of August. The date was leaked and then confirmed 3 days later with a new trailer. This is Sonic Mania, which is the first proper old-school 2D Sonic game. So I'm interested because I really loved those old games and it just looks cool. I can't help it. Like, I know it's a bit of a running joke of the world that people keep like buying things they used to love and looking back and remember Sonic. I know. But at the end of the day, I just think this looks awesome and I kind of want it. So there's that. But yeah, 15th of August for that, buddy. Dead Island Syndrome there, Sonic Mania.
He's going for it. No, he's in there.
Scores. Need for Speed. Hang on, sorry.
Payback. He's thinking.
Number 5. Number 5.
I'll put numbers next to them for you. Will that help?
Need for Speed is going to be set in Las Vegas, and it will include off-road racing. It's going to be called Need for Speed Payback, and will launch on the 10th of November. It will probably suck balls.
It would definitely suck balls.
Yeah. So, I've got a question for you, Ash.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Sure.
He's just finishing off his numbering there. It's very helpful.
It's alright, I can multitask. You can talk to me while I
look at that.
number.
That's lovely stuff. Thanks for that, buddy.
That's alright. Anything to help.
So my question to you is there an award for official reveal blurb for a game that all but confirms suspicions that the game will be fucking shit?
I have no idea. We can make one, though.
We're going to make one. And we're going to award it to Need for Speed Payback, okay?
Payback. Great
name. This is the reveal blurb for Need for Speed Payback. Now,
hit me.
I haven't seen this game. Maybe it's going to be fantastic, but Exhibit A.
Okay.
Tyler the Racer, Mac the Showman, and Jess the Wheelman all team up to take down The House, a nefarious cartel that rules the city's casinos, criminals, and cops. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck balls.
Oh, man.
This game's...
So they're going to do that with
This
cars.
game's gonna suck balls. Fuck me. Oh.
They're going to take that cartel down with cars.
Baby Makes 3. Where did it all go wrong?
Baby Makes 3.
Anyway, that's out on the 10th of November, and we'll see plenty about it on Saturday at E3.
Luckily, you can pause that game.
You can. That's its main feature, is you can pause it.
Yeah. Main feature. Pause.
Number 6, Take-Two has bought Kerbal Space Program. Very profitable game, that. And
yes.
that's Take-Two there, so fine. That's that. Number 7, you'll soon be able to buy PS4s in the colours silver and gold.
But not silver in the States.
No.
Just gold.
Just gold. But yeah, there you go. New PS4 colours. There you go. Number 8, PS4 Pro support finally arrives for Prey, with Ultra HD textures and shadows and so on. There's a massive list of improvements. Apparently it still controls shit though, and I've heard mixed reports here.
Which is the main issue that we had with that game.
I was listening to a couple of podcasts last week, and on the... I can't remember which podcast it was. One of the podcasts, they were like, oh yeah, they fixed the controls on PS4. And then I listened to Giant Bomb, and Jeff Gertzman was like, that thing still controls like shit on PS4. So I don't really know. I'm not sure.
Is the demo still there? Has the demo been updated? They didn't bother updating
the demo. They want to leave that there as a deterrent, apparently.
Yeah. Classic.
Don't buy this.
Yeah.
It's
just like the Doom beta.
The worst demo.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they fixed the controls, then I would like to play this game. Although I'm willing to wait for it to drop a bit more.
I mean, it's already dropped down to 35 at the moment. Yeah. I mean, that's 20 quid
in like a fortnight.
There. Yeah, which is crazy.
25 and I'll bite. So there we go.
Yeah, 20 quid. I'm in.
So finally PS4 Pro support. So that's nice.
Yay! Yeah. Totally worth buying. It
said on the box that it had it at the start, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Number 9. Shadow of War is delayed until the 10th of October. It was coming out on the 22nd of August. They have delayed it so that they can deliver the highest quality experience, or as I call it, buddy, finish making the game.
Yeah, you're going to finish that game. Yeah.
Number 10, Palmer Luckey said something this week that made the news. I only mention it here to draw your attention to the fact that I'm not going to report it.
Well played.
Number 11, 20% of all PS4s are sold are pros. So 1 in 5 PS4s now sold is a pro, apparently. I couldn't decide whether I thought that was a good stat or not. I eventually came to the conclusion, probably not, actually. I mean, no. I don't think that's a very good statistic for them. I think that they would probably want that figure to be at least 2 out of 5 sold are pros.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It surprises me a little bit, to be honest, but I guess
I don't know, like the PS4 is still like a really good console, obviously.
Yeah, but
for what's out.
I mean, how much is one of those now? Like $250?
They haven't really dropped at all. Like what? Like the PS4 or
yeah,
the
just
Pro?
the normal PS4.
Like 200 quid, I reckon, with a game, isn't it? You can get like the Slim.
Okay. Well, no, I can kind of understand that then.
And then the Pro's like 300.
Yeah.
So there's quite a big difference there between the two. So I reckon that's obviously going to be the main difference. Like the whole reason of the Pro is for people to spunk more money on it, like I did.
Yeah,
really.
I don't know. I still want one, but the more time passes, the less reason I have to do the upgrade. Like it's more.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
more like
well,
if my one died, I would replace it with a Pro. But yeah, I don't know. Things might change. We'll see. Number 12.
It's hard for me to remember what the old one's like compared to this one. I really should boot them up side by side and check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose
Probably
if you at one point you were considering on selling the Pro, weren't you? So
yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it is a worthy investment. I mean, if I could sell it and be fine with my old one still, then maybe that's the best idea. I don't know. It's an odd place to be. But it's going to be interesting to see if they actually say anything about them at E3, which is one of the topics we're talking about later.
Yeah, I think something interesting that I heard someone talking about somewhere. I can never remember anything anymore. I'm definitely getting old. But
that will happen.
Originally I was worried that the Pro would mean that the base console wasn't supported properly anymore.
Yeah.
Turned out it's kind of the opposite. Like companies aren't actually willing to spend the extra like dev time making better looking games when only like a small percentage of people will actually get to see it. Someone made the point that when the Scorpio comes out and the bar is suddenly set that further afield,
then, possibly that could push up.
The Pro. Like the Pro could end up getting far better support because of games that are running on the Scorpio, and they don't need to be downgraded quite so heavily. And so the whole tiers is kind of in place, and maybe that's when we'll start to really see it shine. But we'll wait and see, I guess.
Gibbons, buddy.
Number 12. As mentioned by Ash in his favourite things a few weeks ago, the Scorpio dev kit has a screen. At the time, I suggested to you, buddy, that it could be like a second screen, like on the Dreamcast VMU in the old memory card thing.
You did indeed, yes.
So, devs have been playing games on it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I love it.
If you follow that link, you can see a little video of that in action. It plays Snake and the like.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I like it. So, yeah, it's got like 5 buttons on it, so you can set it up as a little console and play shit. Well, cheeky.
I mean, that's what you want it for.
Yeah, and for Royal Rumble, so you can see like your health bar.
Yeah, that was me.
What a great game. Fucking hell, man. That was awesome. What a console. Number 13. Randy Pitchford, buddy. Randy Pitchford made it explicitly clear that Battleborn was not going to be a free-to-play game. He got very rude, abrasive, and angry with people on Twitter who suggested it as well. He stated... He explicitly stated that it is not going free-to-play. So now... There's a free trial of Battleborn.
How long's that free trial for?
Unlimited. It's an unlimited free trial.
Unlimited free trial,
okay. Yeah. So the way that it works is it's an unlimited free trial. So you download it for free, right?
Right, okay, I'm going to download that for free.
And you can play it forever. Okay?
Yeah.
And there's 6 characters unlocked.
Yes.
More to buy.
Okay, so some sort of microtransaction maybe there.
You can buy the characters, and you can also buy the characters that are unlocked because those 6 characters are on rotation. Like a free-to-play game. So you've got characters there, and you can buy the characters, but you've got all the modes and the levels.
Everything's
it's all there. It's only a trial. It's only a trial.
It's only a trial, yeah.
But it is free, and it's an unlimited free trial.
Okay, cool.
But it's not going free to play.
No.
It isn't.
No. Okay.
Number 14, buddy.
Okay.
Randy Pitchford there. Number 14, Maradona signs up to appear in Pez until 2020.
Good news for him.
He's always been in there. He'll just get paid this time. Cool.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
I was thinking about that earlier, actually. You know how, like, footballers' likenesses and stuff, they used to have to pay for the names and stuff, but they could still make them look like them. But the graphics were terrible, weren't they? So the likenesses weren't great.
But now
they're really good.
Yeah.
Rumbled. Fucked over by the future there, buddy. Pitfalls of modern technology for developers. Anyway. So yeah, he's going to be in that till 2020. It's quite funny because he was in it already. But there we go. Number 15. Oh, God. EA has made a Switch-specific version of FIFA for the Switch. Nobody knows what it will be like. They're going to show it off in Nintendo's conference at E3.
Sure.
And finally from me, buddy, Peter Jackson's... Peter Jackson?
Peter
Jackson's AR Studios, Wingnut.
Yeah, Wingnut.
Is making cool fucking shit for AR right now, buddy. They showed off this, like, tabletop game, I would describe it, but you're thinking, when you say tabletop game, you're thinking, like, Warhammer or something, but this is like...
I'm thinking, Dungeons and Dragons.
No, but this is like a movie. Like, it's all, like, moving and everything, so it's like a...
See, this is what I wanted from, like, virtual reality. I want to see, like... See, that kind of thing could be a real-time strategy game.
Yes, and that's what they're building.
How good?
They're trying to build RTSs. Tabletop RTSs that you can see in
on an
AR,
actual fucking
you can
table.
hold up and use your tablet or your phone to see it, or you could have glasses on or a headset or whatever. And stuff falls off the table, and it's only a proof of concept at this point, but he likes it, and I like the look of it as well. So, I mean, when we saw that HoloLens demo, even with the Minecraft map and everything,
Minecraft and stuff.
That wasn't a proof of concept in it wasn't like a video or something. It wasn't shit that has been pulled before. That was running. That was real. That was a thing. And perhaps AR is more exciting because of all of the different ways it could be used. It's it could be something special, buddy. But that's just a cool video. I had to mention it. So
AR, mate, that's going to be amazing.
Just look up Wingnut Studios on YouTube, and you'll find that with us from an interactive conference that they did recently, and that video is well worth a look, even though it's a little cringy because once again you've got techie people on stage trying to be presenters. But that will happen. Oh, buddy, for a man who's been out of bed for a day, and had a very sore throat to begin with, I'm struggling now after 16 items of news. So I think it's time to head over to you for what is my favourite section, of course. And that would be Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. A few things this week. Obviously, I've been without the internet, which has been a massive ball ache. That sucked. So only a few things, and obviously we've mentioned a couple of things like the Pokemon and other stuff I can't remember. Monument Valley 2 is out on ISO. Fuck you, Apple.
Oh, it's only coming out on Apple. It's not coming out on Android or anything.
It probably is, but at the moment it's only on iOS, and I can't play it, which is sad.
Shit.
Yeah,
it's really annoying. By the way, just very briefly, why can't iOS games work on my Mac?
I don't know.
I don't understand why I can't just download them from the App Store on my Mac.
I don't know.
Anyway, please continue.
No, that would be nice. I've already mentioned about how Elder Scrolls Legend is out on Steam, Mac, and Android. I just missed out the Steam and Mac part. There you go. That's out. Did you know that the Champions League final was broadcasted with in PlayStation VR?
I did know that. Yes.
There you go. That was a thing. I don't know if that's going to be a thing that they will try and do. I remember Mel saying stuff about like sport on PSVR.
Yeah, that was the thing he was probably most excited about, even more than like games and stuff, while there's a sort of lack of software.
Yeah, and that's I'd love to try that. That sounds amazing.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. Sony is giving away free copies of Ultimate Edition of Star Wars Battlefront right now when you get PlayStation Plus for 12 months. How shit is that? So that's only if you haven't had PlayStation Plus before, is that right? I believe so. I don't. It's very confusing. If you're renewing, then I tried you don't get it. And if you have a games library built up based on the fact that you used to have it, then you don't get it. You only get it if you're a brand new customer, like buying a console for the first time, never had a PlayStation account. Yeah, apparently this is only happening in Europe as well right now.
Pretty stingy.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why they're doing it. It's weird. I don't know.
It makes far more sense to hype up Battlefront 2 by putting Battlefront on as the PS Plus title.
PS Plus
have
title,
it stripped
yeah.
back without any of the DLC and everything, and put that on sale at the same time. Like, sort your lives out. Easy.
Seriously, yeah. And finally this week, Bungie pulls the plug on future Destiny updates as they focus on the sequel, buddy. Destiny 2, obviously.
Pretty understandable, isn't it?
The sequel. Yeah, I mean, they've tried to support that game for the past 3 years, I guess. Haven't done a great job with content. And still fucking well excited for Destiny 2, buddy. I keep looking at my pre-order every other day going like, yep. I hope I haven't wasted my money.
We will wring the fucking value out of that thing together, my friend. Do not fear. We've got this,
buddy. We'll play all of the content on that.
Even if it's shit, we'll play it all.
Yeah,
all of it. It's gonna happen.
And yeah, buddy, that's about it for me with the news. Not a lot else, really.
Well, very nice, buddy. Very nice indeed. That's your news. That, of course, was my news as well, buddy. And so I suppose that's the news. And now it's time for Pre-3 Shit.
Okay, we will call it Pre-3 Shit. I just wrote that down as nothing, just as in Pre-3 Shit, but no, that's the title now.
I really like it.
Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, so this is where we're going to talk about stuff that possibly might happen, or our predictions, I guess, more for E3, even though it starts on the Saturday with EA's Play. Is it EA Play? I can't remember what they call it.
Yeah, that's on the Saturday as everyone continues to kind of fight each other for the opening slot.
Yeah, so more than likely E3 will be finished and done, and you will probably know what happens there by the time you're listening to this, but fuck it. We're going to talk about it, because we're like, hey, what do you think's going to happen, buddy? So the EA Play starts on Saturday at 8 PM British Central Time, or British Sexy Time, I think it is actually.
It's definitely sexy, yes.
Yeah, British Sexy Time, yeah. So I've written 3 things that I think are going to be there. What do you reckon is going to be at the EA Play section, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to be focusing pretty heavily on Battlefront. It's the big daddy.
Yep, Battlefront 2, that game that's already been out. Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
And
I would love it if they came out and were like Battlefront 2 and just showed some gameplay footage of like the old Battlefront 2.
There you are.
But they won't.
Yeah. Obviously loads of sports stuff as usual. Like, even if you're a fan of those games now, then you're not interested. Like, don't you think? Like, even when I was like a big fan of FIFA, I just didn't give a fuck about the FIFA reveal, because I know what it's going to be. It's going to be a game very similar to the one that I own.
They're going to bring out some token celebrity as well.
They're going to talk up like unrivaled, like visceral sporting entertainment. It's just like, shut up. No one cares.
Yeah,
like, I'll probably buy it anyway.
I don't,
but just shut up about it.
Yeah.
The other thing you wrote, I totally agree. Need for Speed Payback, of course, buddy.
Payback.
I don't know how heavily they'll focus on that, because it's going to be shit.
I think they're going to push it quite hard, because, you know, you think what EA stands for, every arsehole, I reckon, and that's them down to a T.
Of course, front and centre will be Unravel 2, I would imagine, which...
oh, fuck me,
I hope.
And Peggle 3.
Yeah. Oh, Peggle!
There you go, buddy. Peggle 3. And that guy can do his weird little jump.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That would be actually quite nice. I'd enjoy that.
That'd be a lovely bit of reminiscing. Yeah, little river band. Well, yeah, no, there's very few surprises expected from EA, to be honest, because they're quite transparent these days. And Battlefront's the big puppy. I read somewhere that it's going to be sort of 20 versus 20 live stream they're going to do.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah. Snoop Dogg, Zac
Efron. The whole crew will be there.
Indeed, they will.
So yeah, so that's EA, and that's Saturday night.
Saturday night at the movies.
Wigfield.
Yeah. So up next is on the Sunday. We've got Microsoft kicking off at 10 p.m. With that's in British sexy time. Big question, buddy. Phil motherfucking Spencer, what kind of t-shirt jacket combo is he going to be wearing this time?
It's tough, isn't it? He's never gone like tanned suit.
Oh my god. Okay.
And I for one would like that, but probably not going to happen, is it? Did you see that?
I don't know. I couldn't see that.
Crackdown, possibly a shout?
But yeah, that's a good shout. I'm trying to think of like Xbox, like original Xbox games, like maybe like original Halo, but I don't think he'd go for that. It's not quirky enough. Go on.
Fusion Frenzy.
Do you know what? That's exactly what I was thinking as well.
Fusion Frenzy,
which is the worrying thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think he's going to wear a Fusion Frenzy t-shirt, mate. I think you're
worth noting, buddy. Very briefly, was watching an episode of Location with the missus last night. They were looking around a little house in Brighton, and I commented that I thought the ceilings were very low. The missus said that's just because Phil Spencer's very tall. I said, is he though? Like, this is television. How do you know how tall he is? She got the old phone out and asked her phone how tall Phil Spencer was, and it brought up a picture of Phil motherfucking Spencer alongside 5'9".
Yes, mate. I think I'm around about the same height as him.
He's not big, right, and neither's Phil Spencer, by the way. Phil Spencer from Location.
Yeah,
is like 5'7", 5'8". Like, he's not that tall either.
What? He's even smaller. So you're saying I'm taller than Phil Spencer from Location?
Doesn't he look tall though? She had a point. I was punking her at the time. She was fucking wrong. I got it.
Fucking that guy is short. Fucking. Wow.
Who knew?
Well, there we go. Fusion Frenzy t-shirt.
That'll be it.
Jacket and jeans, I reckon. Obviously, the Scorpio's going to be there. I think they're going to blow the shit out of Scorpio this time. They're going to be like, look at this. 4K, 60 frames per second, 6.8 gigawatts, or whatever it is. Jiggy flops?
Jiggy with it.
Is it? Jiggy with it flops.
I mean, to be honest, the
teraflops?
Yes, it
I can't
is.
remember.
The sort of firepower they've got going into this conference, they really should win it. Like, Sony really shouldn't really be able to hold a candle to them. I mean, they're coming out with an incredibly powerful console, like the most powerful.
Totally.
Even like taking time into account, like no one has ever released a console this much more powerful than the previous consoles.
Yeah, this quicker. It just shows how underpowered the Xbox One
It does.
when it first came
They
out.
should absolutely clean up here.
Yes, totally. There's going to be something about Halo, Forza, and Gears as well.
I mean, they do well to show a little montage of like 360 games upscaled to 4K on the Scorpio.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
People would dig that, I think.
Well, there was that whole thing of fucking Sony saying, no one even uses like Xbox backwards compatibility because it was like only 2% of users actually use it. But I don't care. It's the fact that it's there, it's awesome. You know, like, It just means my back catalogue of games aren't fucking made redundant now.
They just shouldn't even comment, Sony. Like, they've got nothing.
No,
what they're
terrible.
doing is providing a streaming service that no one has the connection for yet, for exorbitant amounts of money. So shut your fucking mouths.
Exactly. Cunts.
Thank you. So that's Microsoft, buddy. We move on to the 3 a.m. on Monday morning showing.
That is the sexiest.
It certainly is.
In Britain.
No doubt I'll be up. Bethesda, live from the Chinese theatre, or wherever it is this year. We'll stick with Chinese theatre. We'll just say it's always there. Hopefully.
There's going to be loads of wank about Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind.
I know, and that's so incredibly annoying.
It's gonna be
like,
terrible.
Just, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, even if you think it's like a big deal, like I don't think it's widespread enough. It's not commercial enough for people to give a fuck. It's not sold enough. It's not worth it.
They've come out and said that they're not really going to say anything about Elder Scrolls, I think, already. I don't know. Everything I've heard about them talking about Elder Scrolls is like, no, we're not even doing it.
Well, they
yet,
will.
so.
They will. I think they'll reveal the next Elder Scrolls game
point.
at the end of the conference, even if it's just a logo. I think they'll put something up because I don't really see what else they've got.
That normally means that it's out this year, though, with what Bethesda do, though, isn't it? They're like, I can't see that happening.
I don't know.
I feel like they're going to merge it into Elder Scrolls Online.
Nah, they
Just
can't do
worry.
that.
Yeah, mate. Of course they can.
Nah. Not sure. Not sure what's going to happen there. I worry for Bethesda this year because I don't see the content. I'm not really sure.
Well, there's meant to be that new RPG, Starfield,
which I am genuinely excited for.
So,
by the way,
I don't know. Like, apparently it's set in the Fallout universe, but in space. So I don't know. I'm not sure about it. I don't know. I'm worried. I don't know.
I don't really know. I don't know what to expect from Bethesda, and that's kind of exciting.
Yeah, the last thing I've put in there, Doom 2, question mark.
Is it
Doomed
soon
again.
for that, or
Yeah.
there'll be something Wolfenstein there, surely?
Oh, yeah, that's a good shout, actually.
And they did mention the Fallout 4 VR last year, so maybe there'll be something going on there as well.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Other than that, is it early for them to announce like
It's not going to be anything like Dishonored or Prey, is there? I don't know. Maybe there might be. There might be like a Dishonored like offshoot or something, like DLC storyline or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Couldn't see. I
Can't think of many other IPs.
Though.
I mean, Rage was a bit of a flop. That was something that. Maybe Evil Within. There could be something going on there.
Possibly,
but,
yeah.
It's a strange one. It's because it's worked for them so far doing their own show. They've always had the catalogue to back it up, and I'm just not convinced this year that they do. But time will tell. Time will have told, and we'll be talking about it next week.
Indeed. So who's after that? Oh dear. Ubisoft, buddy, on the Monday evening at 9 p.m. British Sexy Time. That's always worth a watch.
Steep 2, come to me now.
Oh, the Division 2.
That could happen.
Yeah.
New Assassin's Creed, of course, as well.
Yes, Assassin's Creed Origins. Something just leaked about that earlier, actually, while we're doing the podcast, something about season passes and the usual shit. I don't know. There's going to be some bollocks about Rainbow Six Siege, like season 3 or something. Who cares about that? Not me. New Rayman?
Oh, please. Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be lovely.
He's on board. What about the Crew?
Oh, the Crew 2, yeah. No, go for it. Maybe they'll make a good game this time.
Doubt it. Do you reckon we'll see stuff about the fractured butthole again?
Yeah.
Be like, this is that same game. Nothing's changed.
They'll probably bring Mantray out again. They'll make some joke about how the development was stunted. That won't be true, and we won't be laughing because we've been waiting too long and it's not fun anymore. So yeah, I think that'll happen, but I don't really want to see any more of that game. I just want to fucking play it like a year ago.
I know, right? I'm sick of waiting for that game.
I don't want any more of it spoiled for me now, to be honest. And if they are going to show a load of gameplay, I'd like to see exactly what they've done to it. It's looking pretty good already.
Gibbons. So last but not probably, I don't know, maybe least, is Sony on the Tuesday at 2 a.m. British Sexy Time. And what games are we going to see there, buddy? There's already been the massive God of War poster going up. So I'm guessing God of War's going to be there.
Yeah, and I'm hugely excited about God of War. I thought it looked really, really cool.
It did look really good.
But elsewhere, Kojima's said there's no Death Stranding.
Yeah.
I'd imagine Days Gone will be there.
Yeah, that's got to be there. I reckon Until Dawn 2.
I'd like that. I really enjoyed that game. I thought it was great.
I still haven't played. I've got it sitting here. Still
fabulous game, that. Genuinely.
I should play that.
Yeah, other than that, I'm not really sure what they're going to do.
Horizon DLC, maybe? I don't know. There's stuff about Uncharted, probably. Another teaser about that. I don't know, games-wise. Do you reckon there's going to be PSVR stuff there? Because I fucking don't.
Well, yeah, you can't really show it, can you? So it's hard to know. There will be Spider-Man there. Yeah,
Spider-Man.
There was a Spider-Man teaser. It looked really cool, actually. Right. So that'll be there. What else? I'm not sure.
Last of Us?
Yeah, I suppose, that has to be there, doesn't it?
Yeah, because they...
Yeah, the way that they work.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what else they're going to have.
Do you think they're going to say anything about the PS4 Pro?
I think they have to. They have to push it somehow.
Yeah, they have to say, like, this is a benefit of having this console, I think. I don't know. Maybe they're just going to ignore it like they have so far. I don't know. It's very strange.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Square stuff in the PlayStation conference as well. Maybe a bit of Final Fantasy, the remaster.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But again...
Destiny as well could be in there, because they link up with...
There'll be a big
Destiny
bit of that, because they've got the whole, special relationship.
Exclusivity bollocks, yeah, under the table.
So they got a fair old sort of selection there. But,
wow.
I think it's looking... The lineup, from what we know, I think is looking a tad underwhelming this year, if I'm honest.
Yeah, there's not a lot there.
But hopefully there'll be some big reveals and under your chair moments that can kind of keep us happy, buddy. It could happen,
buddy. Nice.
So yeah, obviously we will talk about E3 next week. We'll do a proper show where we talk about all of it, and very little else. And I'll do my best to watch all of the different shows, which shouldn't be too hard. They're spread out quite nicely, and can watch the PlayStation 1 on Wednesday before we record, buddy. So, yeah, sweet as the pun.
Nice.
There we go. And now it's time for Out Last Week and Out This Week.
And that was either out last week or this week.
So I haven't included the PS Plus because that's something everyone gets for free anyway. So Tuesday, you turn your console on, you can download that shit. But needless to say, it's Killing Boar 2, that Chameleon game, and whatever the fuck else. Who cares?
Life is shit.
Is shit. So, yeah, not a lot's been out over the last fortnight, to be honest. And I've been getting a hankering, Ash.
I know.
Now, I don't know, what was the last game that we spent money on? Was it NHL? NHL 2 weeks ago for £9. Okay.
Yeah. Great purchase. I'm happy with it.
Starting to get antsy in my pantsy.
He wants to buy a game.
Because as we all know, courtesy of friend of the podcast, Tom, that is the game.
The game is buying games. I know.
So, let's see if perhaps any of this lot takes our fancy.
This first one, great.
The Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind was out last week. PS4, Xbox One, and PC. That was out on the 6th of June. No.
Hell no.
Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 2 Under Pressure.
We should just buy Episode 2.
that was out last week on all platforms, including
Everything.
the N-Gage. Yeah.
Cool.
Wipeout Omega Collection, buddy.
I've heard of that.
As we record this, that's out today.
It's out
on
today,
the PS4. It's, yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
It's too expensive at the moment.
$29.99.
I think that's too much for that game.
It's 3 games.
I could be very wrong.
3 games.
I need to research it more and find out
26
some
tracks.
That's cool.
Apparently, it's the best looking 4K game on the Pro.
Yeah, it runs at
and
60
has the best HDR.
That's awesome. My TV has neither of those things.
But you'll be ready.
I am fucking ready, buddy. Don't you worry.
Well, there you go. I would quite like to buy that, I think. Research required, perhaps, a little bit. What I have learned is that it has full private lobbies. It's 3 separate games.
Here comes the sales pitch.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, okay, go on.
I know it looks
real
nice.
It
plays real nice as well.
Then?
Excellent review on Eurogamer today.
Okay,
good.
good.
It's 3 games, and they're all kind of sort of separate, slightly different art styles, but you can, when you go into multiplayer mode, create a private lobby and pick any of the maps from all 3 games, and it seamlessly transitions between art style depending on what track you're playing on.
Okay.
Which is lovely.
Oh, totally.
That's it.
Beautiful.
I'm not saying any more. That's
okay.
That's it. That's a bit of a wave of nostalgia, I think. I'm wanting to buy a Wipeout game, and I'm looking at buying a 2DS. So make of that what you will. Also out this week, buddy, Dirt 4.
Is there any reviews been up for that yet?
And a lot of them seem to be saying kind of what we were expecting in that it's good, but
it's still good, but it's still
not exactly
the same kind of.
It's not exactly blowing anyone away.
Yeah, not pushing it.
They've kind of tried to appeal to sort of arcadey fans as well as the hardcore Dirt Rally fans by basically making another Dirt Rally with a few more modes and tracks, and then to make it arcadey, they just whack all the assists up. And then if you take all the assists off, it's like Dirt Rally. So that's basically...
It's a Dirt Rally
game, doesn't look that much better than Dirt Rally, and all the sort of stuff piled on top kind of gets in the way of the like ultra-realistic experience. But still, the multiplayer is just not there. Like, the Rallycross isn't featured enough. There's like 3 tracks again, so there's just not enough of it, I don't think.
Yeah.
It'd be one for the... under 30 quid, under 25 quid brigade, I think.
Yeah, one for the discount draw.
And finally this week, buddy, ARMS releases on the Switch, which looks quite cool, I think, but is on the Switch. So who cares until you buy one in November?
Until I buy one, and then maybe later. Who knows?
So there we go, buddy. That's out last week and out this week. And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. Fuckwit Corner with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Has he got some questions, buddy?
Funk's got a few bits and bobs for us, buddy. Firstly, he says, yeah, I had a crack at the Gwent beta, didn't float my boat. 2 reasons, I think. Number 1, tooling about in The Witcher looking for cards was half the fun. Number 2, Magic the Gathering is just a much better game. Much better than Hearthstone 2. More complex. How you build your deck really affects how it plays too. If there is a card game to get into, then Magic is the only one, in my opinion. So, there we go. That's Funk's take on card games there, buddy. And I'll be able to get that Magic on my new phone. So,
I'm going to have to get it, aren't I?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he swears by it, and he's no fucking dickhead, buddy. So, there's probably something in it.
Okay.
I've always liked the, layman bullshit of Hearthstone.
I do like that. I know I have enjoyed my time with Elder Scrolls Legends, I must say. I've always seen, Magic the Gathering as, I don't know, a bit too nerdy.
D&D boy thinks he's a bit nerdy.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I should play it then. I don't know.
I think we need to go balls deep. I'm going to download it as soon as I get the missus's phone, which I should do in the next week or so.
Little bit of news about Magic the Gathering. There's going to be a Magic the Gathering MMO.
Ooh.
Yep, so that'll be terrible.
Probably.
Yep.
Well.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's plenty of lore there, buddy. So that's something. Funk also says something really annoying about Hitman. When you are in exotic locations with clearly Asian local population, they all speak like Bill and Ted. It makes no sense.
Geographically, it does make no sense. Hitman-wise, it makes total sense because it's really funny.
I mean, I presume they've done it because...
I don't speak freaky deaky
Dutch.
Dutch.
I don't know why they've done it.
I think it's just funny.
I think it's funny. I find it funny. And I assumed that they did it because it's like a stupid video game and they want you to think it's a stupid video game. It's kind of dumb and that's the point kind of thing. But I don't really understand it. Unless the whole thing's like The Matrix. It doesn't make a great deal of sense, and it surely wouldn't have cost very much money to have some localization.
Well, I guess it could be like The Matrix because, the training mission, it's a cardboard cutout kind of thing.
That's the thing. So, people die and fall off.
I guess you could see it that way.
It is a video game in that training mission, isn't it? So
yeah, totally.
That's what I thought was going on. I just assumed that the whole thing was like a stupid simulation.
And like a simulation.
Taken that way. Because the more I thought about it, the more I thought, surely it wouldn't have been that expensive. Would it?
To get a few...
Yeah, would it have cost more to get different voice actors?
Possibly.
Not a substantial amount, though. I don't know. It is a bit weird. I'd like to speak to the dev and ask them why, but it is what it is, I guess.
I like it.
Strange. Finally from Funk, he says, also, Wild Pants. It's fun, and it shouldn't be. Stupid game.
Yeah, that is a stupid game. But like you said, it is fun, but it shouldn't be. Just the travelling in that game is just the worst. Having to get from A to B is just such a fucking chore. Ugh.
It's just weird.
It doesn't need to be that big as well.
No, it doesn't.
That map does it doesn't need to be that fucking size.
I've never wrestled so hard with a fucking game before.
Helicopter.
The helicopter, yeah. The helicopters are terrible. But after all this time, I still don't know if I think it's a good game or not. Like, I know it's a stupid game, but it is impressive. There's loads of stuff about it that's very impressive.
But it's just done really badly.
I don't know how I feel about it.
The final execution is poor, buddy.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Yeah. Okay. Well,
yeah.
Yeah. All fair points, well made, Funk, and thank you very much for that.
Cheers, buddy.
Every week we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk.
And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Street Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Street Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
We wanna know.
Get on the show.
Get on the show.
Who's on the show?
We got Mel on the show.
Mel's on the show.
Hockey Mel. Mel Gibson's soul. He's the hockey boy. He's
the one with the hockey.
Fucking risen to the challenge, buddy. Now, this blurb it's going to be difficult. This for two reasons. Firstly, probably most people who listen to this show don't actually give a fuck about hockey, let alone a video game about hockey. So,
but we asked a question.
I asked a question and I got an answer. Second reason, I've just had like some sort of flu/cold virus thing. I've been like solitary and bedridden for 5 days, and now we're doing like a 2+ hour podcast, and I am losing my fucking voice. And Mel has written
You're fine.
a very detailed selection of little helping hands here, and I'm going to fucking read it, buddy. I'm going to get through it. We're going to do this.
Do it. Do it for the team, buddy.
Right. Let me take a swig. Don't fail me now, beer. Mel says, howdy, dude. NHL tips. Geez, where do I start? I guess first thing would be visual settings. I rock dynamic high, but there's like 3 that you can actually see the whole rink. Bunch of little things like knowing when to hug the boards by holding triangle to avoid getting crushed. Holding L2 and up on the right stick to perform a one-timer when you receive a pass.
One-timer.
There you go, buddy. Or you can hold it back and time it to hit one-timers manually. You get a silver trophy for a goal like so. As far as Hock's strategy, it's position, 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 and back check, back check, back check.
There are 3 P's and 3 B's there.
Yeah. Triple P, triple B.
Triple B.
A little trick I use on the mode I play is to make a female skater so no one can fight you when you break the hockey code.
Nice.
For instance, there is a position in hockey called the enforcer. His job is to fuck you up if you take a dirty hit on a star player, shoot on net after the whistle, or check someone post-whistle. They patched it so you can't punch women. Liberal pussification. Joke. That's a nice workaround.
Yeah, I like it.
Last thing, I can't put my finger on what they call it, but turn off auto puck vision, I think it's called. If it's on, your skater keeps his hips facing the puck on defense. There you go. Defense. If you turn it off, then every time you hit L2, you will turn at 180 so you can skate backwards and make better cuts, turns, and dangles. I did notice that actually.
Dangles? What's a dangle?
I'd imagine dangles is putting your stick in
getting a
dangling it out to
dangling it about. Yeah.
I did notice that actually. I noticed that it seemed like when I was playing, like sometimes I was skating the right way round, sometimes the wrong way round, and then I did eventually find that L2. So I think it's turned off on mine, but did make a massive difference actually. It's kind of like when they brought in that new defending mode on FIFA where you sort of squared up to people. Yeah.
You held whatever button it was, and like,
interesting. So he says, hope this helps, and thanks again for the podcast, Brotato Chips. Oh, and if you do end up playing EASHL, the old EA Sports Hockey League, you will be trolled in drop-in games. Just try to play your position the best you can and call them Frenchies. Canadians hate being called French Canadian.
Boots.
Seriously, that's some really good hints and tips there. And I'm so I'm completely fucking. I'm at peace with the fact that I'm going to learn this game now. Honestly, it came along at just the right time.
Yeah, man.
Another game that I played this week that I forgot to mention, by the way, MLB The Show. I loaded up MLB The Show last Tuesday,
no way.
and I played two games of it, and I fucking loved it. I had a great time in that game, and it made me want to buy the new one. But anyway, hockey. He sent a little thing to you as well, didn't he, buddy?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing about the EASHL, just saying you create a player's single position. You can drop into random lobbies alone or together with buddies. You can also create clubs and move up the divisions and playoffs once a month. So it's like you be a pro clubs.
Yeah, pro clubs.
But one thing he says, which is cool, is in club mode you get to customize your club's arena and whatnot. So I'm guessing fucking floppy dongs everywhere. I'm guessing that's where he sent that lovely picture of whatever. Oh, I can't remember what it was now. Let's look at it. What was the picture? Long Dong Fan Club.
That'll be it. They're showing that they too can misjudge a filter there, like Konami did.
Yeah, which is a beautiful thing. So yeah, I like it. I'm looking forward to playing more of this game. I think, like you say, it's going to be one of those games that I just boot up and play every now and again and try and get into it.
Yeah, I'm just so pleased we've got it. It's such a breath of fresh air, and for the price, utterly ridiculous. So, fantastic. And thanks so much, Mel. We will come back to Mel in a little while.
Gibbons.
For now, though, let's move on to PJ. He says, if they brought out a retro games collection, I would snaffle that up. Paperboy, California Games, Bomb Jack, Desert Strike, etc., etc. Discuss. So it's worth mentioning that Funk jumped in and said, I fucking loved California Games and Desert Strike, although I was terrible at it. I'd buy that. And then they continued to discuss retro games, as is so often the case when we ask for a little bit of input into the podcast, and they ended up having a chat about games for a while. But yeah, what do you think about that, buddy? There have been Mega Drive games collections and stuff in the past, hasn't there?
I think the type of games that we're talking about are like international track and field and stuff like that. I feel if they brought one out now, I wouldn't get one. I wouldn't buy that game. I feel that kind of backwards compatibility is too far back for me now. I can't go back to playing those type of games. I might get a ROM of something and chuck it on my phone and play it for 10, 20 minutes and be like, oh yeah, that was fun. But I don't think I could buy that game or buy a selection of those games and sit down and play them like I used to. In a way, I loved these type of games back in the day. Obviously, I grew up with them, but I just don't think the enjoyment's there for it anymore. I enjoyed it back in the day because that was all I knew. The frustration of those type of games, that's what spurred you on to play it more. But now, because games are so different, they let you restart from wherever you want, kind of thing. Or if you fall off that platform, you will just respawn right where you fell off, kind of thing. Now, I think I couldn't take that kind of punishment anymore.
Yeah, I can see that
in a way.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said, especially when you sort of go back to retro games. It's never really the same if it's not on the console that you were playing it on in the era that you were playing it in.
Also, yeah, that's also the thing as well.
Part of the experience. I know there was a there was an extensive Mega Drive / Genesis collection that came out on PS3 and 360 back in like 2009, I think it was.
Yeah.
And that had like a massive list of like, it was like 45, 50 games all on one disc, including like all the Sonics and Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe 1, 2 and 3, Altered Beast, Alien Storm. So these sorts of packs have come out before. There's some obscenely overpriced.
Was it just called like the Sega Mega Drive collection?
Yeah, it was like the Sonic's Ultimate Collection or something like that. They've kind of been few and far between since then, but yeah, as you say, like it's hard to tell whether the market is there, and I'm not sure that I would pay the money. I don't know if that's because of my knowledge of ROMs and stuff as well.
Yeah,
it doesn't help, but yeah. I'm not sure. I loved some of those old games. I do have a Mega Drive 2 somewhere, and I do have a copy of California Games for it. But
nice.
I did play that on ROM about 3 years ago, and it was a terrible experience. And sometimes it's perhaps best to leave well alone. You know what I mean?
That's the problem. Yeah.
Games that you loved when you were 8 or 6, like they might be shit, buddies. You might have changed a bit since you were 6, and perhaps they weren't actually very good at all.
I booted up like when I went back to like playing Pokemon on the tablet, a ROM of it. I booted up like the original like Pokemon Blue, I think it was, and I was just like, I can't play this. It just I couldn't play it, and I skipped on a few things until it was like the Game Boy Advance, where at least it was like color kind of thing, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can deal with this now. It was just I don't know why, because like the gameplay is exactly the same, but the fact that it was in that horrible like original Game Boy green and black, I was just like, no, I can't sit here and look at that for like so many hours like I did back in the day.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
So a visual thing there for me was quite off-putting as well.
I'm pretty sure there was something that came out on Steam that allowed you to play like a load of Mega Drive games for free.
That sounds crazy. But yeah,
I'm desperately
probably
trying to remember what it was.
Sega launches free Mega Drive Classics Hub on Steam. There you go. 5 different packets of $5.50 each or something. So I think you buy like collections or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, there you go.
Okay, so it's not free.
It was like fucking when on the 360, what was that like arcade thing? What was the arcade thing when you had an arcade and you could walk around?
It was like
and
Playroom or
was it? Yeah, I don't know. There you go. That was and that had like just all arcade games, didn't it? Oh, I can't remember. What was it called?
Was it just called Game Room?
Maybe. Yeah, arcade game room. I think you're right. I think it was Game Room.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you could just walk up to. I mean, I think they got that idea from Project Gotham, if I'm honest, when they put Geometry Wars in.
Geometry Wars, the original one, didn't they? Yeah, just in there, and you could walk up to it and then start playing.
That was fucking great.
But then again, like, there's been stuff like that in like GTA 3. Was it 3 or 4? 4 had it. I think San Andreas might have had it as well, where they had like arcade machines that you go up to and play. I'm trying to think of other games that have done that. It's been quite a few.
That sounds like a top 5.
I can remember. Yeah. Okay. Top 5 in-game arcade games?
You can play in games?
Yeah, okay. We'll do that for next week, maybe, if we can remember.
I'm just literally loading up the drive folder right now so I can just make a... I can make a thingy and put it in so we don't forget.
Nice.
So finally it's time for The Art of Mel Gibson's Soul, or Taumgs.
Taumgs.
Jingle pending.
Jingle pending forever.
The running joke of the jingle that never comes. So we've had a cheeky little snap from Mel this week.
It's a good one.
Week,
I like this
Mel
one.
delivers a beautiful piece of art of some sort of puzzler featuring the only two things that matter in video games, goat skulls and blonde women with huge norks.
Norks. Big fan of Norks. I like the fact that she's like some sort of devil worshipper, so it ties in with the goat skull.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Mel said that first game he saw on the store sold. That's the title of this piece, buddy.
It's got speed times 3, buddy. I mean,
it's got a monster score, goat monster score. Yeah.
All right, why do these games exist on these consoles? Or let alone, I'd love to meet the people who are like, yes, I've bought it. I mean, that could be Mel, to be honest. He did say
they
that
exist
he bought
because...
it. So, no offense, Mel.
Because people like money. That's why they exist, isn't it?
People like money, yeah. Okay.
That'll be it.
Yeah,
that'll be the one. But
I do like a huge North.
I like that he's just zoomed in on them. That's my favourite thing about it.
He could have left it as like full screenshot,
no.
and now he's like,
he wanted to make a point.
Enhance.
Yeah,
Enhance.
he made that point.
Enhance.
Yeah,
lovely points.
You can't argue with it.
That's some beautiful art from Mel Gibson's
You
soul.
can see more of that art if you come and join the JfG Podcast's PS4 community, buddies. You can view the incoming consciousness of Mel's mind. There it is. For all to see on your screen. The reason to get a 4K television, I'll tell you that much. So there we go. Thank you very much, Mel. Once again. So I think that'll about do us, buddy, and I've just about made it. I just about can still speak. How you doing? Have you had a nice time? There's a lot of news and stuff. We had a lot of catching up to do.
That was a big one. It was a big one. It's not too bad, actually. 2:10 we're on now, so I'm glad that we managed to cram everything in. I was worried that it was going to go on for a lot longer, but no, it didn't.
You'll be pleased to know that I'm watching my version of Logic recording like a hawk, just to see if it...
I'm happy
some
about
sort
that.
of bug where it stops recording like 2:14, I think it is. So we're like 4 minutes away. It's just going to stop. It doesn't matter how much space I have or what we're recording or what happens or anything. It just goes. It's crazy.
Oh dear. Well, I've got Magic the Gathering installed, so that's good news.
Nice.
I might play that. I might not.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Give it a burn. Might go and buy the Wipeout Omega collection.
Maybe. I hope not, but it might happen. Who knows?
I kind of want to. I'm tempted.
I know. We'll go and have a look at the store and see what happens there.
That sounds good. And we'll be back next week, of course, with a full breakdown of the E3 conferences, all the exciting things.
So expect news that you already know.
Lots of interesting commentary from us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Maybe we should sub a couple of people in, buddy. I heard someone tell me a tale the other day that they used to know someone. It was like a big wig at the company they used to work at. Who he used to earn like 65 grand a year, and he subbed his job out to an Indian gentleman for like 8 grand a year. So he was like a designer, and he was on like 65 grand. He just hired a dude to do his whole job. Remotely.
Job for 8 grand. So then he sat around,
and each year he paid this dude 8 grand, and you know, and the taxes that go with it, and so on, and didn't lift a finger. He did nothing. Got away with it for years.
That sounds great.
But I digress. That'll do us. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. You can find out about us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, Facebook /the JfG Podcast. Our Twitter handle is @the JfG Podcast. You can search for us on YouTube, the JfG Podcast. We're on SoundCloud, /Just for Gamers, if you want to listen to an episode that's 35 years old.
35 years, wow.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
2 decades old, 2 millennia old. An old
3
episode.
decades.
We are on the PlayStation 4 communities, buddies. Come and join us, JfG Podcast. Look at Mel's art. Look at my horses. Post pictures of your own. Dick pics, Randy Pitchford. You know the drill.
Enjoy some heroin.
Enjoy heroin.
Pokemon Ruby.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our motto always. And we're all over the other rest of the places as well. You can find us on your podcast apps, although you probably already have if you're listening to this. And we're also on Google Plus if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We will catch you next week. Enjoy E3. Hope you enjoyed E3. Until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
You've been listening to the JfG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook /the JfG Podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JfG Podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.